Every man's heart one day beats its final beat. And if what that man did in his life makes the blood pulse through the body of others, then his essence, his spirit, will be immortalized forever.
Baby, I'm loving the way that you hold me. I'm high off the things that you told me. You got me feeling like I'm your number one. I don't want the kind of love that's temporary. All I want, I want a legendary love.
Clubhouse dance music.
Dance music.
You listen to me, you go to the top. You don't listen to me, you're never heard from again.
The answers, I change the questions.
For so long I've been alone, it seems most of my life. Oh, I never thought I'd find someone forever feel anything inside. Then one day you came along and totally changed my world. I would have never believed that this could be. I think I'm falling for you, girl. I know it's right. Every time I hold you, can't deny it. I just wanna love you the rest of my life. Every time you're near me, I can feel it. Every time we touch, I know it's right. Every time I hold you, can't deny it. I just wanna love you for all of my life. We're in love, the two of us, the way it was meant to be. To wake up every night with you by my side. Don't wake me from this dream. Someone who loves me, I know that you love me. When I look into your eyes, I know it's real. Someone who needs me, just like I need you. 'Cause I know you know exactly how I feel. Girl, every time you're near me, I can feel it. Every time we touch, I know it's right. Every time I hold you, can't deny it. I just wanna love you the rest of my life. Every time you're near me, I can feel it. Every time we touch, I know it's right. Every time I hold you, can't deny it. I just wanna love you for all of my life.
The new school, Freestyle Top 10 Countdown, number 10.
Girl, every time you're near me, I can feel it. Every time we touch, I know it's right. Every time I hold you, can't deny it. I just wanna love you the rest of my life. Every time you're near me, I can feel it. Every time we touch, I know it's right. Every time I hold you, can't deny it. I just want
Hello and welcome. Welcome to CPR's Top 10 Countdown. At number 10 this week is Lois Marte. And For All My Life. I'm falling in love. Here's number 9 this week. It's Miguel Reyes Jr. Like the First Time.
Clubhouse Dance Music Top 10. Countdown. Number 9.
I never thought it ever happened to me. I feel it deep inside. Feelings that I haven't felt in a long time. Now I see the change that I feel for you. Feels like the first time falling in love again. You bring the best in me that I never thought I had. Feels like the first time falling in love again. And now I clearly see that love is worth a second chance. Worth a second chance. Sometimes I feel that you're too good to be true. Only because my first love put a hurt on me. It caused me so much pain. So far with you, it's all been just good things. And the beauty that you bring into my life, I'm falling for you. Feels like the first time falling in love again. You bring the best in me that I never thought I had. Feels like the first time falling in love again. And now I clearly see that love is worth a second chance. Worth a second chance. Worth a second chance. It's worth a second chance. Oh, baby.
Clubhouse Dance Music. Clubhouse Dance Music. Your number one source for everything freestyle.
I pray to God each day for someone like you. And now my dreams are answered. I guess good things are well worth waiting for. Feels like the first time falling in love again. You bring the best in me that I never thought I had. Feels like the first time falling in love again. And now I clearly see that love is worth a second chance. Worth a second chance.
It's CPR's Top 10 Countdown. Here's something brand new to the countdown. It's Aki Star, Spanish Fly.
I don't know why I'm feeling lost. It's only love. I give you everything I've got. It's not enough.
Number 8.
Shutting my eyes, I find opening up my mind. What is this sound I'm hearing? Voices in my head telling me beware. I hear voices in my head
Number 8.
You're listening to Clubhouse Dance Music. Shutting my eyes, I find opening up my mind. What is this sound I'm hearing? Voices in my head telling me beware. I hear the voices in my head everywhere. I hear the voices in my head telling me beware. Hearing voices in my head everywhere.
It's CPR's Top 10 Countdown. Brand new to the countdown at number 8 this week. It's Aki Star from Spanish Fly and Voices in My Head. Jay Allen's production.
This song is dedicated to anyone that's ever been in a difficult situation. You know, there's always a way out. You can always rise. You can rise above it all. Here we go.
Number 7.
At number 7 this week on CPR's Top 10 Countdown is Lisette Melendez. And this is Rise.
The crazy Puerto Rican. CPR Jose Ortiz is in the building. Jamming freestyle in New England. And now, the
Top 10 Countdown that matters. It's CPR's Top 10 Countdown, part of CPR's Clubhouse, the podcast, available on iTunes, Google, and Stitcher podcast app. Also available on TuneIn Radio, iHeartRadio, and now we're available on Spotify. Yeah, you can take CPR's Clubhouse, the podcast, on the go, everywhere you go. Right now, we continue on with the countdown. It's the Four Horsemen of Freestyle. It's Quadlibet, and this is Take Me 2018.
Number 6.
Here we are, look to my eyes. Do you see the pain? Come make it go away. Come a little closer, baby, and show me how you feel. 'Cause I believe in you and what you do to me. No matter what we do, it all comes down to you. Words can't explain it. Can't explain it. I'll never let you go. Here I am. There's a place that we can go, 'cause I know that we belong. Take me home, let's go all the way, all the way. And we'll go with fantasies, begin to play, oh yeah. Take me home, 'cause it's where I stay. Forever you'll be mine until the end of time. Now that we follow what we have, place you in so mine and show me that you care. This is where I wanna be. My life is so complete until it to grow old for eternity. No matter what we do, it all comes down to you. Words can't explain it. Can't explain it. I'll never let you go. Here I am. There's a place that we can go, 'cause I know that we belong. Take me home, let's go all the way, all the way. And we'll go with fantasies, begin to play, oh yeah. Take me home, 'cause it's where I stay. Forever you'll be mine until the end of time.
No smoke.
Forever you'll be mine.
Just the hottest music. Clubhouse dance music with Jose, CPR, Ortiz, simply the best at what he does on 90.7 FM WTCC.
No matter what we do, it all comes down to you. Words can't explain it. Can't explain it. I'll never let you go. Here I am. There's a place that we can go, 'cause I know that we belong. Take me home, let's go all the way, all the way. And we'll go with fantasies, begin to play, oh yeah. Take me home, 'cause it's where I stay. Forever you'll be mine until the end of time. Think I'm falling in love. Just wanna make you my love, my love, my love, love.
That was Quadlibet and Take Me 2018 from their album Mood Swings. I'm having one right now as we continue on with CPR's Top 10 Countdown. Here's a big debut. It's Jocelyn Enriquez and To Love Again, available right now on your digital distribution sites. And if you missed the interview, it's coming up next, right after CPR's Top 10 Countdown on the CPR's Clubhouse podcast.
Face to face, we meet again. Time has passed and slipped away.
Number 5.
You were there and I was here, but our love always remained. I can't deny, though I tried, it's always been you in my life.
number 5.
Making up for our lost times, as if we've never been apart. No regrets, no excuses, cannot look back anymore. Now is the time to embrace our love forevermore. This is our chance to love again, a new love story to begin. I'm overwhelmed, I can't believe it's true. Another chance to love again, a melody that will not end. More than a song, it's more than me and you. This moment that I had thought forgotten has changed my life again. Nothing can take away the truth. I've been set free.
You're listening to Clubhouse Dance Music.
Love again, love again, love again, love again, to love again, to love again, love again, love again. This is our chance to love again, a new love story to begin. I'm overwhelmed, I can't believe it's true. Another chance to love again, a melody that will not end. More than a song, it's more than me and you. This is our chance to love again, a new love story to begin. I'm overwhelmed, I can't believe it's true. Another chance to love again, a melody that will not end. More than a song, it's more than me.
At number 5 this week is Jocelyn Enriquez. And to love again, she's back. Here's number 4 this week. It's Berrios. It's Zone running Redux.
Number 5.
Hot steamy night alone, I wait for you. In this lonely place, I wait for you. Cold bread
miss your face. Stuck in this place, trying to keep up the pace. What could I do? Lost without you. Love won't fit if it's not true. Some way, somehow, we'll work it out.
I'll never leave you
now. Every little movement, every little itty bitty thing you're doing. Every word said, every point proven. Race for the chance to keep this love grooving. Look how I react. Fighting for this love to stay intact. Come on.
I'll come back and find you. I'll never leave you now. I'm running from the past and I can't change the hands of time.
Change the hands of time.
There's no more turning back 'cause I know I'm gonna make you mine. But I don't wanna lose my faith. Now I'm running back to you 'cause I know I made a big mistake.
Number 4.
It's CPR's Top 10 Countdown coming soon. The top 40 songs in freestyle for 2018. Coming up soon, right here on the CPR's Clubhouse podcast and live on 90.7 FM WTCC. Here's number 3 this week, TKA Back.
As I hear you calling, but I can't come home right now.
Number
Me and the
3.
boys are playing, and we just can't find a sound. Just a few more hours, and I'll be right home to you. I think I hear them calling. Oh, Beth, what can I do? Beth, what can I do? You say it feels so empty, that our house just ain't a home. I'm always somewhere else, and you're always there alone. Just a few more hours, and I'll be right home to you. I think I hear them calling. Oh, Beth, what can I do? Beth, what can I do?
Number 3.
Beth, what can I do? Beth, I know you're lonely, and I hope you'll be alright. 'Cause me and the boys will be playing all
Now, it's Clubhouse Dance Music with CPR Jose Ortiz on 90.7 WTCC and WTCC HD Springfield.
And CPR with you. We are the longest running weekly episodic freestyle podcast in all of freestyle. Here's number 2 this week. It's Wendy. And if I tell you, here on CPR's Top 10 Countdown. Who will be number one? Let's find out right now. It's CPR with you. This is the only Top 10 Countdown that matters.
And now, the most requested song on Clubhouse Dance Music. Number one. Number one.
Find me when you keep calling my name. Remind me of why I chose this way. Defying every second of the game. Would you love me? Will you love me just the same? Always feels like I've been hiding under lies they told me. Like I'm trapped in this disguise that over time controlled me. If I couldn't give you everything your dreams are made of. If I said I was down and out, would you love me just the same? Now we out in the crowd, hands to the clouds. Will you love me just the same? If I was singing it loud, look what we found. Do you trust me just the same? Now we trapped in the sound, feet at the ground, makes it all feel the same. Let me look at you now, thinking about if you love me just the same.
Number one. Number one.
If you love me just the same. Slow down, feel the beat. Flow so loud, gotta feel the heat. Take it all down, naughty, calling me an F-boy, but still F me. Everybody floating around, the Molly hitting me. Ain't no need to follow the sound, I got a melody. Lean in the Hennessy, rocking that perfect remedy. Flowing through your veins, you ain't never get rid of me, girl. Now we out in the crowd, hands to the clouds. Will you love me just the same? Yeah, we're singing it loud, look what we found. Do you trust me just the same? Now we trapped in the sound, feet at the ground, makes it all feel the same. Let me look at you now, thinking about if you love me just the same. If you love me just the same. If you love me just the same. Feels like I've been hiding under lies they told me. Like I'm trapped in this disguise that over time controlled me. If I couldn't give you everything your dreams are made of. If I said I was down and out, would you love me just if you love me just the same?
And now, the most requested song on Clubhouse Dance Music. Number one. Number one.
If you love me, now we out in the crowd, hands to the clouds. Will you love me just the same? If I was singing it loud, look what we found. Do you trust me just the same? Now we trapped in the sound, feet at the ground, makes it all feel the same. Let me look at you now, thinking about if you love me just the same. If you love me just the same. If you love me just the same. Feels like I've been hiding under lies they told me. Couldn't give you everything your dreams are made of. If you love me just the same.
It's the number one song in the entire freestyle community. It's the AP3 and Just the Same, the Intonation, featuring Joee Remix. Speaking of intonation, in the backgrounds right here on Clubhouse Dance Music is the one and only Joee, and this is Better Than You. You know, like my podcast and freestyle radio show is better than yours. I know. Can't do that now these days because people get offended easily. Big shout outs go out to everyone that made CPR's Top 10 Countdown at number 10 this week. Lois Marte, and For All My Life. At number 9, Miguel Reyes Jr. And like the first time, number 8, brand new to the countdown, it's Aki Star, the frontman for Spanish Fly, with his new song, Voices in My Head, produced by Jay Allums. At number 7, Lisette Melendez and Rise. At number 6, Quadlibet and Take Me 2018. Number 5, big debut. Our guest this week, Jocelyn Enriquez and To Love Again. At number 4, it's Berrios versus Zone. It's Running Redux. At number 3 is The Kiss Tribute by TKA. It's Beth. Number 3 this week on CPR's Top 10 Countdown. At number 2, the one and the only. It's Wendy. And If I Tell You, for 2 weeks in a row.
So much brighter since you went away. I'm doing better than you think, girl. I see the sky much clearer since you went away. I'm doing better than you.
And at number 1 this week, it's AP3 and Just the Same for 2 weeks in a row. Produced by this guy in the background is Joey. Better Than You.
Just how we forget. I get lost in words when I'm desperate for them. I have no regrets. Took a long way home, but I finally found them. There's not much to say to you. I found the truth. I always knew. Just forget that fool you knew. 'Cause I got way too much to do. I see so much brighter since you went away. I'm doing better than you think, girl. I see the sky much clearer since you went away. I'm doing better than you. I see so much brighter since you went away. I'm doing better than you think, girl. I see the sky much clearer since you went away. I'm doing better than you. Lost in disguise, there's a world I knew that I left behind me. In my demise, I was scared by views. Did you always doubt me? All that has turned around. I left the town. Those days are through. As for that point of view, the shallow words come true. I see so much brighter since you went away. I'm doing better than you think, girl. I see the sky much clearer since you went away. I'm doing better than you. I see so much brighter since you went away. I'm doing better than you think, girl. I see the sky much clearer since you went away. I'm doing better. So what you want me to do? I'm doing better. I got a life without you. There's not much to say to you. I found the truth. I always knew. As for that fool you knew, those days are through. 'Cause I got too much to do. Living in a better place. Living in a better place. Living in a better place.
We on 90.7 FM, WTCC and WTCC HD Springfield. Dance music.
Dance
music.
Dance
music.
Dance
music. Clubhouse dance music. Your number one source for everything freestyle. Crazy Puerto Rican. CPR Jose Ortiz is in the building. Jamming freestyle in New England. And now, the world.
I'm the one who's crying now.
If you can feel what I am feeling deep inside my heart, my love for you keeps getting stronger, yet we're so far apart. And baby, when I look at you, it brings back so many memories. Just knowing that I can no longer caress your body. Tell me, my lovely lady, why you did this to me. So give me love. me robaste el corazón y con él mis sentimientos y tanto que yo he sufrido y nadie pudo ver cuánto sufre este hombre por el amor de esa mujer.
Porque están en mi corazón. And to have you near me is my one last wish. Y nuevamente poder besar tus labios. Time will heal, and you know that the love we had will last a lifetime. I keep you in my heart and forever on my mind. 'Cause girl, true love will never fade. Try not to shed a tear 'cause you know I'll always be with you. In your heart I'll take a part and make my love shine through. 'Cause in my heart you'll always stay. So far apart, mere words can't express the way I feel. It breaks my heart to have to tell you what we know is real. Why are we longing to have our lives like this? Is it love, or is it just a kiss? Forgive me now. Tears as they fall from your eyes. Forgive me now. How can I make this love inside? Forgive me now. Why am I longing for your touch? Forgive me now. Or is it 'cause I love you so much? Forgive me now. How can I tell you how I feel for you? Forgive me now. No me olvides nunca más mí. Forgive me now. Siempre manténme en tu corazón.
Well, that about wraps it up for me here on Clubhouse Dance Music. Until next time, it's CPR saying goodnight. And remember, it's not who you love, it's how. Leaving you with more Chase. It's Michelle Lee featuring Chase. And it was you. Talk to you soon.
Years love has passed me by, and only recently you've come through my side. My other love has come to an end. Now it's you loving me instead. I never thought that I could feel the way I feel for you. I look into your eyes and I see your love for me is true. It was you that always wanted me. You that stayed right by my side. It was you to say that we would be. You that kissed the tears from my eyes. It was you to give the love I need. With your love you changed my life. It was you. It was you.
I used to dream about holding you tight till that fateful day you walked in my life. The tears I cried have been wiped away, 'cause now I know that you're here to stay. I'm sorry for what he put you through, but now it's me who will say that our love is true. The one thing that I can promise you is that I'll never let you go. It was you that I was dreaming of, you that made my life complete. It was you to bring me all your love. You're the only one that I need. It was you I wanted by my side. With your love you changed my life. It was you.
You're listening to Clubhouse Dance Music.
You.
one day beats its final beat. And if what that man did in his life makes the blood pulse through the body of others, then his essence, his spirit will be immortalized forever.
Baby, I'm loving the way that you hold me. I'm high off the things that you told me. You got me feeling like I'm your number one. I don't want the kind of love that's temporary. All I want, I wanna let you dance now.
Clubhouse dance music.
Dance music.
You listen to me, you go to the top. You don't listen to me, you're never heard from again.
The answers, I change the question.
You're listening to Clubhouse Dance Music.
Something to let you know. You and I, we've got something we can't let go. We've got a love, and it's bigger than you and me. We've got a love, and it's starting to set me free. So good when you do what you do to me.
Clubhouse Dance Music with CPR Jose Ortiz on 90.7, 90.7 WTCC and WTCC HD Springfield.
Hello and welcome. Welcome to this week's edition of Clubhouse Dance Music. It's CPR with you, and we got a very special guest this week. Her name is Jocelyn Enriquez, and right now, this is her latest, To Love Again, available right now on your digital distribution sites. We are Clubhouse.
Face to face, we meet again. Time has passed and slipped away. You were there and I was here, but our love always remains. I can't deny, though I tried, it's always been you in my life. This is our chance to love again. A new love story to begin. I'm overwhelmed, I can't believe it's true. Another chance to love again. A melody that will not end. More than a song, it's more than me and you. Making up for our lost times, as if we've never been apart. No regrets, no excuses, cannot look back anymore. Now is the time to embrace our love forevermore. This is our chance to love again. A new love story to begin. I'm overwhelmed, I can't believe it's true. Another chance to love again. A melody that will not end. More than a song, it's more than me and you. This moment that I had thought forgotten has changed my life again. Nothing can take away the truth. I've been set free.
It's brand spanking new music.
WTCC. Big shout outs going out to everyone locked in at WTCCFM.org on the TuneIn Radio app. Also, everyone on Facebook Live. Big shout-outs going out to my boy, Miguel Reyes Jr., also Maria Marrero, Carlton Holloman, Crystal Estrella Perez, and of course, Team CPR, which includes Tommaso Rochello. And a big shout out going out to the unknown admin, Rafael Reyes. And it's Jocelyn Enriquez night right here on Clubhouse Dance Music. Coming up at the bottom of the hour is the return of Jocelyn Enriquez. We're going to be speaking to her at the bottom of the hour right here on Clubhouse Dance Music. Right now, we bring you back to 1993.
I'm waiting for your love to come into my life. I'll take you in and give you all I have. Together we'll make it last. I've been thinking about you again. I'll be your lover and your best friend. Every night I hope and pray that maybe you'll come my way. We could be falling together in love. You are the only one I'm dreaming of. I've been thinking about
some Planet Rock goodness. Taking you back to 1993 is Jocelyn Enriquez and her debut. It's CPR with you. We are Clubhouse Dance Music, and our very special guest this week is the one and only Jocelyn Enriquez, which is coming up at the bottom of the hour right here on 90.7 FM WTCC. Right now, here's more Jocelyn for you. This is Make This Last Forever. It's CPR with you as we jam freestyle in New England and now the world.
We kicking it old school. On 90.7 FM, WTCC and WTCC HG Springfield.
You're listening to Clubhouse Dance Music.
crazy Puerto Rican. CPR Jose Ortiz is in the building. Jamming freestyle in New England. And now, the world.
It's the standard bearer for all female freestyle artists. It's Jocelyn Enriquez. And make this last forever. And CPR with you. We are Clubhouse Dance Music. And right now, we're going to speed it up for you. It's the Dream House Mix. It's Jocelyn Enriquez. And do you miss me? Of course you do. It's CPR with you. Clubhouse.
The crazy Puerto Rican. CPR Jose Ortiz is in the building. Jamming freestyle in New England. And now, the world.
We're 90.7 FM at WTCC and CPR with you. You can call me the Crazy Puerto Rican, and we're live at 90.7. And right now, joining us live at 90.7 is the one and the only Jocelyn Enriquez. Jocelyn.
Hey.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Welcome
Thank
to
you.
Clubhouse.
When you said crazy Puerto Rican, tell me why automatically I thought mofongo.
Well, it's because it's my favorite dish.
It's my favorite dish, too, when I eat Puerto Rican food. Now I'm getting hungry. How are you?
I'm doing great. Welcome back.
I know. This is crazy. But I'm having a lot of fun. It's good to be back in the scene and good to be back doing music again and in the studio. So thank you for the love, man. It means a lot to me.
Let me ask you that very, very important question. Where have you been?
That's a great question. I've been living life. Honestly, it's been about 20 years. So 20 years later, I have 4 kids and married to the love of my life. We'll be celebrating our 20 years and just really soaking everything in and being grateful for the ups and downs of life. And now I get to share it through music. So I'm really excited. And again, to be able to reconnect with different people, and such as yourself. You said I did an interview with you back in the 90s.
Yes.
That seems like eons ago. So.
Yes, I was a rookie back then, and I'm sure it was a terrible interview because
you know what? I'm still a rookie too. So come on.
I'm sure it was pretty awful, but I remember our friend Rex Santalena and a host of others from Classified Records at the time connected you and label mates to call in. And so it was something that for me, I was such a fan of freestyle, especially Classified, because to me, Classified changed the game in 1993, especially when they released your songs. And it's something that changed freestyle forever. You became the standard bearer for female artists in freestyle music and even in dance after. So how do you feel how do you feel about being that standard bearer?
It's crazy because 20 years later, you don't really think of yourself as that, and to hear it audibly. It's a trip because honestly, I was just a girl that wanted to make records. And even when I walked into my record label back in 93, I was still a college student at that time. I said, look, I want to sing slow songs. And they said, why don't you try this style of music? And so, they knew what they were doing. And I'm going to be forever grateful for their direction in which they had suggested. And, to all of my producers, that took the time to write incredible music that has stood decades and decades. People still listen to, I've Been Thinking About You. People still listen to Do You Miss Me? And then going, fast forward, to be able to do that Studio 54 remake of If You Could Read My Mind with, the great Amber and Ultranate. It really, I'm just humbled. I'm humbled that people could, to think of me in that way, because honestly, I was just doing what I love to do, and that was sing and make music.
But what you did was truly legendary, because you came into freestyle where you just wanted to sing ballads, right? And then you put out this song, I've Been Thinking About You, and not only was it something that became the standard bearer, but it hit Billboard 100.
Crazy. Yes, crazy. I mean, honestly, I think my parents still have, they saved the magazines, and, they saved, the charts where my songs were charting. It was incredible. It's now a distant memory, but at the same time, I'll get hints of it, of remembering, back in the day, what it was like. And nothing but just really a grateful heart that I was able to do that.
I remember getting the album Lovely, and man, every song, one after the other, was just bananas. It was just a great album. and it transcended freestyle. It became the first ever freestyle artist to me that was commercial from the West Coast, that belonged on radio. And you had Only on there, Make This Last Forever. Just a lot of great songs. Even the songs that didn't have singles were great. So it was an album that I burned at my previous radio station where I worked at 103.5. And the good thing about it is back in that time, I get to be on the radio from 6 in the morning to 3 in the afternoon, and we get to play freestyle all day,
Right, yeah.
As we do now. Hey, I heard you were an avid runner now. I heard you were doing marathons.
Oh, who said I was an avid runner? You need to read the fine line. I'm a novice runner. I am.
You were power walking, right?
Yeah, something like that. Power walking, power crying, asking, Jesus, please help me get through this race. Help me to finish. And make sure that I don't go down the full marathon shoot, but the actual half marathon. I'm not about the 26.2 miles. I don't know how people could do it, but it's definitely not my race. So, yeah, I just did the rock and roll marathon here in San Antonio. It was a little crazy. This was a crazy year for me with everything going on and just a busy schedule. And so I didn't get to train as I would have liked to. And so I went in there and I just said, you know what, I will run as far as I could and then just get to the finish line. And so I'm thankful to be alive right now.
and you have a picture to show that you finished. So that's a good thing.
Yes, I do have the hardware.
They don't show the other part where the cart is driving you to the finish line, but it's fine. Neither here nor there.
Well, don't tell anybody that.
I won't. Now, how does it feel to be transitioning from Classified Records to Tommy Boy and to becoming this commercial artist that came from freestyle?
Well, the venture between Tommy Boy and Classified, that was a record label partnership between them. So, it came at the right time where we merged together. I mean, it was how cool is that to have West Coast record label and an East Coast record label join forces to produce great music. And so it was really, really cool to have that part of my career, to have both record labels supporting my music and then some. So it was cool.
It was absolutely great. And, you got to, again, play with some of the greatest, and you get to perform with some of the greatest. I saw on the list that you have performed with people like Joan Secada and Crystal Waters and the Real McCoy and CeCe Peniston, which, back at that time, too, were, people that were on top of the charts.
Oh, yes. Like Lauryn Hill, I got to share the stage with her. I got to share the stage with Wyclef Jean. And then I also did a Dance Across America tour with my label mate back in the day, Amber, Quad City DJs, LaBouche. And there were so many others that were on the roster. And it was so cool to be able to travel with them for, I think it was about a month and a half tour. I got to do the tour bus with my dancers and live on the road. And I wish I remember my tour bus driver's name, but he got us from one place to another safely, and it was such a fun, nothing but great memories. And then traveling internationally, going to where my parents are from, the Philippines, and having a multi-platinum album over there, going to Brazil, and just being so immersed in the music scene and people singing your song, and they're trying to talk to you and communicate with you, and I don't know, and I don't understand any of the the language, but it's the music that binds us together, and it's just such a cool memory for me.
You also inspired a lot of Filipino artists because, like I said, you became the standard bearer, but also in that area of California, a big Filipino place for Filipinos, and you just inspired a lot of freestyle artists. And something that we still share to this day. We have people like Sharon Massarin, and we've had even male groups that have been inspired by you. How does it feel to be that person that inspired others?
You know, it's funny that you say that because I just did a community event back in October where I was born and raised in the Bay Area, San Francisco. And that was the first time I had performed in like over 15 years. And to be able to share the stage with the newbies of performers, and then also back 2016 at the Greek Theater with my old colleagues like D&H and Kanai and Kai. It was so nostalgic. It was totally on a different level because we have all since then have gone through life and, doing our other things. But it was such a sweet reunion. And even that show in October, there was a realization that, you know what, your music, whether I realized it or not, made an impact on people and even aspiring singers. And so, again, it's very humbling. It's humbling, and I'm grateful that I got to do what I did. And at the same time that even now we could continue to bridge, what we started back in the 90s and bring it even now and going beyond and further. Because there's a lot of artists out there that are doing their thing. And I get to enjoy and watch and mentor, if you will, and just enjoy the beauty of performing and music.
Now, which one was your favorite? Was it A Little Bit of Ecstasy? Because that was very successful. That was on the Billboard Dance Sales Charts for 6 weeks in a row. And, is that your favorite song from all the songs you've recorded, or do you have a personal favorite?
My, each song that I recorded has a different story. So it's very hard to say what my favorite song is. And it's funny that you had made mention about the songs from the first album. I've been thinking about you and Make This Last Forever. And when I did that show in the Bay Area 2 months ago, I did a medley. And oh my goodness, the response was incredible. I mean, you had people like, the venue was an open park, so it was people of all ages, and you see people my age that were going crazy when they heard the string part to I've Been Thinking About You, and you see their kids looking at their parents like, what in the world, why are you going crazy? And so it was really, really cool. But to say that, if there's a special song, that would be hard to say.
Well, let me tell you my favorites, right? My favorites are Only. I love Only, my favorite. The freestyle extended version of Big Love, I love that. I even liked I Feel For You. I used to play that a lot when I first started being on the radio. I used to love that song. But, we would take a lot of the choice cuts from your first album and we would just play it over and over again. But also, we celebrate all your music here. We also play some of the stuff that you played, that you recorded with Tommy Boy Records as well. So, we've been playing your music in this area for the time that you've had your career, since 1993.
Wow, that is amazing. Again, it's my heart is just thankful because the support, even when, I decided to live life, radio stations and people such as yourself that believed in the music, that loved the music, you know, kept it alive. And so thank you so much, Jose, for the love. I'm kind of feeling emotional right now, if you will.
I love the pictures and how you look at all the different vinyl covers, and they were always unique and inspiring. And I know for a fact that there were so many female artists that wanted to follow in your footsteps, like Angelina and people like Sharon Massarin, and just all these different women that you inspired to do music, especially dance music. And it's something that you, again, should be proud of. And it's something that we're going to continue to celebrate for as long as we have this radio show. And we're going over 30 years here on FM radio. So, you know,
right.
Let's talk about your new song. You're back. You have a new single.
Yes, I am super excited about that song.
You have no idea how happy I was, because I asked people, who do you want to hear come back to our music? And, you know, top of the list, top 3, Jocelyn Enriquez. And now that I found To Love Again, and it's just a smash hit. Talk to me about the song. Where did you come up with the concept for the song?
Well, you know, like you said, when you asked me what have I been doing, I've been living life, and I now have a family, and my husband and I have been in full-time ministry, and for me, I thought that was it. You know, that was our ministry, was our music within our church walls, and at the same time, there was just this desire, and I was like, surely this you know, this can't be, and just things fell into place. I am working again with people that I used to work with back in the day, with Dorothy Dantes Reyes and my booking agent, and you know, they didn't stop believing, but at the same time, they were very respectful of, you know, just, I guess, just giving me time to figure it out for myself. And honestly, it was I am now I love the Lord, and He gave me the go-ahead green light to say, you know what, this is a desire that I have placed in you, and it's who's to say that it's not outside our church walls. And so with that, I mean, I fought it for a long time, maybe about 2 or 3 years, and so that song To Love Again pretty much just summed it up, I think, when I performed again with at the Greek Theater in LA back in 2016, and to hear the music being on these full-blown speakers, the lights, the audience, you know, the backstage people, you know, getting excited, it really just it clicked, and even at that, the song To Love Again was something that was nurtured within that year. And so I got to write this beautiful song with one of my good friends. She's actually an awesome Christian rapper. Her name is Michelle from The Soul. I sat with her, and I also wrote the song with my son, and I said, you know, this is what I want to communicate. And so we would have these late night writing sessions of just me pouring my heart and what I felt. And so that song came out. And I never, you know, back in the day, I didn't really write music. I would just be given a song, and, you know, if I liked the melody, if I liked the lyrics, I would do it. And but this time around, I really felt in my heart that I needed to write a song that would communicate what my heart wanted to say. And it was basically to love again, to love the music, to love the people, to love the people that support the music, the radio stations, the DJs, the people that come out to your shows, to your appearances, the people that comment on your social media, the people that you get to work with and have team meetings and team, have concept meetings, the people that that are there for you for your photo sessions and your studio sessions. I mean, it entails everything. And so it was like kind of like a full circle for me to write a song such as this, and so to love again.
And now we celebrate it by playing here on the show on a weekly basis. I'm so glad that you're back. I'm so glad that you've chosen to come back to your roots. There are many different versions of the song, but I'm glad that you put a freestyle version in here, and you put a version that is so complimentary to your origins. And to me, that's what makes it such a great song, because it's not only well written, but it brings back the standard of making great music by writing great music, by producing it well, and by inspiring people through song to wanting to continue to play it, continue to support it, and the more that we get from you, the better for our music.
That's awesome. Thank you. I do have to say thank you. I may be the one that's singing the song to love again, but there are so many people that are key to this project. We call this project Project Joee, and they know why we do what we're doing. And if it wasn't for the team Project Joee, and there's many people that are part of this team, and along with my producer Elvin Reyes, and the people that took the time to remix this song of mine, it just speaks volumes that, you know what, the song is for all people. If you understand what it is to not so much lose something, but to remember how it feels and to be reconnected, and that almost that giddiness, and to be able to communicate it through music, then you understand the reason why the song was written. You understand the love of music. You understand the relationship between an artist and the people that they get to influence, the people that they work with, the people that take the time to see the vision as well. So I'm really excited. I don't have any expectations other than putting something out that I truly believe in and that I could be very proud of. And at the end of the day, when I go home and I'm with my family, my family will be proud of what I have done. So.
Well, I'm sure that they're proud of you. We're all proud of you. I have 2 follow-up questions for you before I let you go. Back in the day, somebody dedicated a song to you, so you were so inspiring that they actually wrote a song for you called Jocelyn.
Yes, that's my friend. I wonder how Adam's doing. Yes, I'm blushing.
So how did you feel when that came out? I always wanted to know, like, somebody wrote a song for you, and I mean, the words were really nice, and it was even a bit catchy, because of the way that Adam would write these songs. So how did you feel at that time?
Adam was a really good friend of mine, and we would do shows together. And how are you supposed to feel other than that was such a sweet thing to do. So I'm thankful for that.
And what about a reunion with Glenn Gutierrez? Would that happen in the future?
I would love to do music with Glenn. Glenn is one of the greatest producers. And so, you know what? We'll see. Again, I don't have any expectations other than putting out music that I believe in. And at the same time, I'm open. So we'll see what happens.
He is a visionary, and the compliment that I have to give him is he was the first person to say that we had to move to a digital age back in the day, and no one believed him, and he was the guy up front putting everything digitally, and the whole classified compilation and your music, and it's something that I always remember, that he was the first visionary to be like, we got to move to digital music, and he was completely right. So shout outs going out to Glenn Gutierrez.
Yes, definitely. Yeah, music, just everything in general has changed since then. Back in the day, 20 years ago, you would have to book studio time. You would have, it's not like that anymore. We're so much more accessible. And so for me, I would like to make sure that I put out quality music and to be able to get the message across. And again, to be able to put out something that I believe in. So, moving forward, I'm really excited. We just put out these remixes that are available on all digital platforms. But at the same time, around the corner, it's Christmas time. And so guess what? I'm excited because I'm going to be able to put out a Christmas song in about maybe a week or two. So
excellent.
Be on the lookout for that.
I can't wait to play that.
Thank you.
It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun to play some holiday music with you and your vocals. And I want to thank you so much for taking the time to speak to us. We've been waiting for you to come back for a long, long time, and I'm really happy that you're back. And now you have mi casa, su casa, so you can come on anytime you want. You have been invited. You've been invited to our talk show, the Freestyle Club, so we can get more in depth. And you could meet my tag team partner, Miguel Reyes, and we could do a whole hour of just uncut interview with you. And that's something that we can do in the future. But I'm really happy about your new song, and I wish you nothing but the best of luck with To Love Again. And welcome back.
Thank you so much. Yes, this is just the beginning of something beautiful. So again, thank you so much for the love. Thank you for your station, and just keeping dance music where it is, and to just thank you.
Any additional thank yous? I want to thank management and the people that connected me with you. It was very easy to get in contact with you and your people, and they were very welcoming and they were very trusting, and I appreciate them. I appreciate them allowing me to interview you first and get you back, get your feet wet, introduce you back to your audience,
They say it's like riding a bike, but why do I feel so nervous every time I ride the bike?
Don't be nervous. As I stated before, you are the standard bearer. You're the person that changed the game.
You.
The entire West Coast owes you a thank you. Since 1993. You are the female voice that changed music for a long time. You transcended freestyle. You went into commercial music. You showed that great things can happen to good people, and to people that have talent, they always rise to the top. And you just, you rode that wave. And now you're back, to your roots, and people should celebrate that.
Jose, apart from me, I can do nothing, and it's all to the Lord. And so I'm thankful for my Lord and Savior Jesus for giving me this opportunity then and now. And we'll just see how it goes. And again, just enjoying every moment. So thank you again for your support. And yeah, you're right. To my team, Project Joy, Lunico. And for those of you that are following social media, you can find me on Facebook and Instagram, Jocelyn Enriquez Official, and on Twitter, JE Music. I can't believe I'm saying that.
That's awesome.
I gotta say it.
I don't even have to say anything. I don't even have to say anything. You're doing all the plugs and everything for yourself. You should come and host live.
Oh, no. Now I'm nervous.
But you get to see Jocelyn in her element. You can see her running, and you can see her, winning all these races and stuff in the future. And you can see her.
That's all perspective. You're too kind.
They can see you training. They can see you doing all that. I can't wait to see the video of you training like Rocky. Putting 2 eggs in a cup and drinking it, and then just jogging. Things like that.
Oh yeah. No, I'm just kidding. I don't do that stuff.
Jocelyn, thank you. All right. Thank you so much for joining me here on Clubhouse Dance Music and the CPR's Clubhouse podcast.
Thank you so much. You guys have a great evening.
Another chance to love again. A melody that will not end. More than a song, it's more than me and you. Making up for our lost time.